So I was taking some cuttings off of these Callicarpas, these American beauty berries. Basically, all I have is these cheap bonsai scissors. I get these off Amazon for like $5 to $8, depends on if they're having a sale. And I just pick right above a node. These typically do better with a tip cutting, which is like this. Just the very tip of it. You got a lot more leaves up there. Then I snip off one of those pairs. This is Lamiaceae, so very easily rooted. That just gives you a little tip cutting. This one's probably too small to do anything with, so I'm just going to put it in one of these pots here with some other ones. Stem cuttings are like this. You get 2 leaves, a stem, and again, I'm just going to put these in with some other ones. But yeah, so I'm going to plant a bunch of these Callicarpas into the garden. The town actually sprayed some of my squash and stuff, and I'm just like, I was already getting away from it and going to flowers and bushes and fruit and stuff. So I'll show you that. So you can see I have my squash here, asparagus. They actually ended up spraying some of this asparagus. But sunflowers are here. I actually already have some Callicarpas here, but I'm just going to fill them in up here, I think. The butterfly bush here. So there's just a lot of cool stuff in here. It's a real shame that they ended up spraying some of my plants. But yeah, I'll just get some stuff tossed in here. Really fill it in nice. I can keep these Callicarpas off the road, so I can just show you that. So I actually keep them in these deeper pots. Because they colonize these roots really well. These are all clones, so they're a little bit further behind than I would usually like to do, but it's getting cold pretty quick, so I kind of just want to get these in the ground so I don't have to keep them over winter or nothing. But yeah, you can see those roots, they're pretty decent. I lost about half the soil there because it's been hot. It's been hard to get these to keep on going, but I'm just going to throw a couple of them in here. Shovel that I had sitting around for forever. This is like hard packed clay, so I just kind of stick my shovel in there, rock it back and forth, give you an up close on the next one, and I just kind of put that soil back over top of the potting soil, push it in there with my fingers. So here I have a much bigger plant, much bigger, much better. You're kind of sitting in the squash patch right now. I'll pull this one out. This one had some really good roots. There's a little slug on here, a weird looking spider. Yeah, so look at them. Basically, take my shovel, some wild basil here, try not to disturb that too much. Rock it back and forth in this clay. Really dry, might have to get some water up here before it gets too hot. Opens up a little cavity. Might even need to shovel that out a little bit. Just like this. I can get this in here. Push it down, push the soil back over it. That's how I'm planting these in here. Hopefully this will be kind of dense, really, is what I'm going for. Nice dense population of them that I can just come and take cuttings off of. Oh, I accidentally dropped my tag in there. Then there's just 3 or more of these to do. Hyperlapse that or speed it up in post-production. I'm gonna try and leave I'm gonna try and leave the squash here. I can't eat them because they got sprayed. I just stuck my hand in a rotten apple. There's a bumblebee. Can't touch it. I can touch it. Anyway, try and leave the squash here. Maybe get some decoration for the fall, even if I can't eat them. So that's a nice plant. You can get that put in there, push the soil back in, push it down. And I'll do these last two here. I don't know, where should I put them? Probably for here. Really disturbing that bumblebee. Yeah, this soil in here is basically straight clay. So it's really dense. I might do it over here. It's a little looser. But yeah, so I'll have those cuttings. There's a big rock. Have those cuttings that I took. Have all these in the garden, assuming they can actually overwinter, which they should be able to. Oh man, good roots on that. The weeds coming up in there. It's alright. In there, soil, push it down, good. I'll just do one in a random spot here. That's good right there. Having a lot of this shadier structure really helps the soil. You can check that out in one of my garden theory videos. There's a playlist called Garden Theory. It's 5 years of gardening or something like that, what I know now. Really good roots on that one. Little tiny plant though. Not sure how I can kind of speed up that rooting, that root colonization. That'll be something to figure out next year. I think the problem might have been I wasn't watering enough and things like that, but we'll see. So those are all planted in, and I'd like to thank you for watching. This is kind of just a short one to experiment with this microphone. I don't know if I like it too much, but you'll have to tell me in the comments, so make sure to comment how you think the microphone does. I think it's pretty raspier than I am anyway. So like, comment, subscribe. Comments really help. I heard there's a new hype feature, so if you feel like hyping the video, I can share more information. It'll push my content further. And thank you for watching.